Welcome to Liberty Report. I'm your host, Chadwick. Today we dive back into the Israel-Hamas war and explore how it came to be. We'll also take a closer look at Hamas and Israel's new approach. But first, let's discuss the recent developments. This morning, Monday the 8th of January, a senior Hezbollah commander was killed by an Israeli strike in southern Lebanon. This strike occurred while Secretary of State Antony Blinken is visiting the Middle East to engage in talks with regional leaders. The timing couldn't be more crucial as these discussions aim to prevent a broader war and address the future governance of the Gaza Strip. Hezbollah has confirmed the death of their senior commander, Wissam Hassan al-Tawil, due to the Israeli strike. The Israeli military, on the other hand, claims that they targeted Hezbollah locations in response to a missile launched towards northern Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is visiting soldiers near the Lebanese border, expressed his commitment to restoring security in the area. He emphasized that while they prefer a more localized approach, they will not hesitate to take a broader action if necessary. Since the Hamas attack on Israel in October, the Biden administration has done little to nothing in focusing on preventing further escalation along the Lebanese border. The Israeli forces frequently engage with Hezbollah fighters and Palestinian militants in this region. Last week, Israel also conducted an airstrike in southern Beirut, resulting in the death of a senior Hamas leader. Secretary Blinken's visit to the Middle East aims to address the future of Gaza. His discussion with regional leaders have touched upon the importance of unified Palestinian-led governance for both the West Bank and Gaza. The goal is to avoid a prolonged Israeli military operation and work towards a more secure and peaceful future for the region. While the details of these negotiations remain undisclosed, Blinken's team is optimistic that they can present ideas with regional buy-in to Israel's officials. They hope to have a meeting with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas to discuss the situation in Gaza. The renewed focus on Gaza's future comes at a time when Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant suggests a shift in Israeli forces strategy. They plan to transition from intense maneuvering to different types of special operations. The potential winding down of the conflict in the coming weeks or months has motivated regional leaders to engage in discussions about Gaza's future. The U.S. officials believe that the prospect of Saudi Arabia normalizing ties with Israel could provide momentum to these talks. Senator Lindsey Graham has also been involved in efforts to restart talks on normalizing relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia. As part of a potential deal, the Saudis would play a role in the post-war planning for Gaza. Rebuilding Gaza is another incentive for Israel, as Gulf nations have historically provided significant aid to the Palestinian territories. However, these nations are unwilling to do so without a realistic and irreversible pathway to a peaceful resolution of the Palestinian issue. While the prospect of long-term regional security may encourage near-term concessions on governance in Gaza, there are significant challenges ahead. The Arab world's opposition to Israel has intensified due to the Gaza war. Additionally, the condition of the Palestinian Authority raises concerns about its ability to govern effectively. Assuming Hamas can be defeated or marginalized in Gaza, the question of security oversight remains. U.S., Arab, and Turkish leaders are hesitant to participate in a multinational security force without a governance role for the Palestinian Authority. However, the authority's forces are underfunded and primarily concentrated in the West Bank. Various proposals have been put forward, including the idea of local leaders in Gaza administrating the territory under an Israel security umbrella. However, Arab leaders insist on a single Palestinian entity. In other news, Pope Francis has called for a ceasefire in Gaza and denounced war crimes in both Gaza and Ukraine. He emphasizes the importance of upholding international humanitarian law and providing humanitarian aid to those affected by the conflicts. That concludes today's daily report. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Remember, knowledge overcomes power. Stay informed, stay empowered. And work towards a more secure and peaceful future.